So we got the Parmak solar pack 6-volt battery. So yeah, solar charger. Here it is. Let's take a look at it. Boom. So we got this because a couple of reasons. One, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube with it, so I figured it was a good one. The Premier1 that they have are like crazy expensive. This was like 160 bucks, so it was a lot cheaper. I think those were like 250 or so. So this is definitely a lot cheaper. And also, my father-in-law has had one of these Parmaks for the electric fence that he had, but it wasn't a solar one. It was just, you know, the plug into the electric. So hopefully, good brand, longevity out of that at least. But off the bat, we got it from Amazon. It took forever to ship. Even the estimated shipping was like 5 days on Prime. So I don't know how that works. But then it got delayed for the weather. But so we got it, and it was shipped really good. It was in, like you can see in the little bit of the unboxing there. I actually already had removed some peanuts before we started that. There was like a lot of packing peanuts in, so it was pretty secured. Really good packaging. So we got the 2 leads, the ground, and the actual live feed. It's in a nice metal case, which is pretty nice, but I'm probably gonna have to make sure the wires don't touch the casing. And I like that it has a meter on it. I saw some and read some reviews of people complaining if it doesn't have a meter, you don't really know how much is left. So anyway, we're still gonna have to battle grounding to make sure there is a charge. That's not necessarily gonna say the fence is charged, but that the battery has charge. So we're gonna get it charged up and hopefully see how it goes. And we'll let you guys know how it works and how it does, and give a kind of good review here. Yeah, we've had that charger for probably almost 2 weeks, and we've probably had like 5 or 6 sunny days, so we let it sit out there for a while to get the full charge. Maybe it's been like a week and a half since we've got it. So it had way more than the recommended. I think it's like 5 days of sun, but we didn't have any sun for a while. And we plugged it in, and hooked up the wires and everything, turned it on, and it went all the way to full charge. So that was great to see. And it's working. Our dog accidentally hit the fence when he was sniffing around at it, and he gave a yelp and went running. So
well, the fence works.
It's definitely working so far. I'm pretty happy with that Parmak. It's kind of awkward to sit on the ground, and it's one thing I don't like. You can mount it on a post, but I don't have a post up there because we're gonna be moving it around. So it'd be nice if it was like maybe a little more sturdier of a base, but that's alright. It's up there, it's working, super happy with that, so it's definitely a good buy. I'm sure a battery one isn't gonna last forever, but I'm telling you guys, look at this thing. This Parmak has been down here. It's not a battery solar one. It's just, it's plugged into the wall. I'm not entirely sure how long it's been here, but I know my father-in-law said it hasn't been used in about 20 years. So it might be 30 years old. I'm not entirely sure on that. But it's definitely over 20 years old. It hasn't been used in 20 years, and it was used for a while. And that thing, we plugged that in, we had to replace a fuse in it, but it was good to go, man. I'm really happy we went with Parmak after seeing this thing. Definitely a good one. And again, we're not sponsored by anybody. We're a very, very small new channel, so it's nothing like we're trying to promote Parmak. It's just, hey, if it lasts that long, it lasts that long. You gotta talk about it. And that fence looks like it's going strong. I'm curious to see how long that battery is really gonna work. We are out in the woods, but up there, there's some pretty good sunlight up there. That's where the garden is. So I'm hoping, up there's going to be enough sun that battery won't completely deplete itself, and it'll stay good and charged up. Just real quick, looking at the front, it's real simple, on-off switch. The gauge here, when it's on, will tell you the charge left in the battery, I believe is what it's supposed to be. So you kind of can see how well it's doing. The solar panel. One thing to note, as with any, when it snows, if the snow sticks to that, right, there goes that. So you gotta make sure you clear it off when there's snow. Again, it's supposed to be put onto a post. I just have it on this. When the snow hits, you gotta come out and you gotta clear the snow away, because the snow is kind of piled up here. So, We don't really have to worry about it shorting out because of the way it pulses. But we have the grounding rod over here. The grounding rod is 8 foot long, straight down. So there's about 7 foot in the ground. And when you turn it on, it takes a minute. It'll go all the way up, all the way back. And there's where the charge is, and it takes a minute. And you can hear the clicking sound. That's how you know it's sending out a charge. Now, you need one of those testers to test the fence, because that click is just that this is emitting the charge. It doesn't necessarily mean when you touch the fence that it will shock, because you may be grounding out somewhere. But that'll at least let you know. And I can actually hear it's grounding out somewhere on a leaf. You can hear the little higher pitched spark over here where the leaves are built up. But that's not going to be the whole charge going out. It'll still shock them. But yeah, this charger is definitely pretty awesome. So far I've been super happy with it. I don't really have any complaints. The only complaint I have in the system is actually with the fence, but those are mostly minor. This little electrifier is definitely well worth the price. It's a lot cheaper than the ones they sell with the Premier1 fence, and it does a fantastic job. You can get on Amazon for a lot cheaper. I'll have the link to them, to the Amazon, in the description below, so you can check them out on Amazon. I think I paid like $160, so they're somewhere in that ballpark. And if you're having problems with your grounding rod, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to definitely be addressing how to get better ground. Just a few tips I've learned, and kind of what we've done, and as we need to address it going forward. Because the bad ratings you see for these electrifiers and the fences the bad ratings a lot of times really come from the grounding, and there's a lot of simple little tricks you can do to rectify that. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep you guys up on what we're doing here, and the little tips we come across here and there. So thanks for watching, and yeah, definitely check this guy out and consider it if you're in the market for a solar powered fence charger.